Greetings and welcome back. So here we are. I finished up another farm shed because we're probably going to expand some of our fields and some of our other items. In the end of the video, I ended up with an extraction level, so I figured we should probably do Careful Miner, since this is a thing that's going to pay off a lot for me. That puts us at level 7. And I also finished up the houses. As you can see, they are done over there, ready to go. Also, the next thing we're going to do, which there has been some editing and rebalancing of things. I do have some concerns over our production. We're really low on making fertilizer, and our people are way outpacing us at this point in time. So what we need to do is, I need to make sure that I can have all of this production going at the right rate that we can be matching what they do. And I might have to go up and actually make fertilizer. That might be another one of those key things. I know Don's overloaded right now, so we got to get him going. Ah, yes. And I did build a number of other extraction places. So something that's going to happen here is we're going to take some of our miners who are doing fine. But if I remember right, when you use the well actually gives more experience faster. The problem with the well, of course, is that it's who needs a bunch of water buckets sitting in their village inventory. But at this point, I'm not so worried about that. I am doing fine on getting straw and getting all of the other things. So for this, I do actually want to take some of my miners, get them out of these different jobs. Ooh. It's interesting. I have a person who's got some really good production skill right here. She might be a better candidate for pushing into production. Let's see if we have anybody else who's in a kind of position like that. Anybody else who's got just kind of that knack sitting there and I'm missing out. Because I do want to watch out for that. Yeah, look at that. Some of my kids that are being born are way underskilled. So that leads to the next major point to make, which is, seriously, I definitely rushed into just having kids in my village, and that's definitely a misstep on my part. So I'm seeing that play out right now. Now we have straw just coming out of our ears everywhere in this village. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these people work in the well for a while to gain heavier experience for these days. That will help them level quicker. We won't be producing straw, which is unfortunate, but I don't think we need to worry about that at this point. I mean, my goodness, I think we're going to be okay on straw. We also won't be producing stone, but that's going to start being on me at this point. And I'm going to say, I don't need that extra 15 stone you were going to produce. Nope, it's all about the levels right now. Let's focus. Let's get them going and mad dashing to skills. And then clay. No, they don't make enough clay to make it worth it. I want the skill. This person's a skill of 2. Interesting. You are a skill of 2. Hey. Who are you? Okay. Let's check her out. She's better at fishing. My problem is that I have not enough fishing slots. And I don't really think I need to switch many of my fishing people. If you click up here, you can actually change how this view goes. So this is going to allow me to filter out my people by fishing. Here, this is one of my fishermen, and no, the fisher is only skilled in diplomacy. That's not a big thing. Hunting and fishing, not really a big deal. Yeah, all of these people are in the right spot. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so we'll just keep her there. She can keep her skill of 2. It's not the best, that's for sure. But we'll get her leveled as she goes. Alright, now we gotta change what's going on in these things. That's got 100% going for buckets. This one's gonna be maxed out to maximum buckets. And then I think what I'll do, since I'm gonna be just swimming in water buckets, is that I am going to have to, I don't know, I guess I'll just bake bread with all that spare flour I have sitting in that inventory, because I do need to use it up, and it would be nice to just have that done. Alrighty, now you might notice a change to the sound in my videos because I am in a new location. We do have to redo our basement because of all kinds of entertaining things, and that's where I usually record so I don't wake anybody up. And that's one of the sounds we might hear periodically. I'm going to try to make sure to edit those out, but just so you're aware. Those are things that I'm going to be watching out for. If you heard that, that was an old grandfather clock. It's a beautiful thing. I love the sound of it, but it's probably not the best thing to have going on in the back of my videos, you know? Okay, so with that, we have set that up. Now, I do have a bunch of things in my inventory that are totally unnecessary. It's time to get them out of my inventory and get a donkey over here because I need a donkey. And my iron pickaxe is about to break. I think we're going to run into a couple major problems today. Number one, sticks. We are going to run out of sticks. I'm sure of it. So we better actually think about that in a moment here. One of the things we have going on with all those stone knives, I do want to be sure that we're still making logs because we do... Ooh, how much of a change really is that? Oh, that's a good amount of change. That's worth it. We're going to slow down the log production because the stick production is so much more important at this point. We're focused on levels. Right? I mean, that's the goal. We gotta actually, if we're gonna make this happen, then I need to be on it. Okay, that'll help. Alright, that will help. Where's Donnie? Donnie's really overloaded right now, unfortunately, because I was trying to build up a bunch of stuff. There we go. We'll take those. I'm gonna hide the rye beer. Well, actually, you know what I can do? I like the idea of having a couple rye beers in there. I know it's gonna take up 2 weight in him, but I do like it there because I'm forgetful. I do have to problem solve around my forgetfulness, and that's very entertaining. Alright, let's check our inventory here. We have fertilizer of 40, not bad. Firewood's dropping down, not a big deal. Ooh, fur. So this is a thing that's going to happen. To make some cash, I'm going to end up making things out of our fur. Oh man. Leather. All of this limestone I've been purchasing is going well. Logs are going to be a problem. Okay, cool. We have enough planks to make this day go by. We have tons of these things. 150 stone is going to work for the day. Yeah, look at that. I'm not worried about the straw. Okay. Looks to me like we should probably... I want to get a new pickaxe because I'm low on this one. I am going to not carry around 173 arrows. Thank you very much. 43 is plenty good anyway. Alright, we need to get some water for our dude, we need to check our fish traps, and then we need to see what's next. And given that we have so much going on here, I love that we are getting to the point where we're going to automate at some point. I'm looking forward to balancing out everything with the workers so that we are automating and just producing. I'm going to steal some sticks here real quick because I know that at some point I'm going to definitely have a worker saying, I'm out of sticks, man, and it ain't going to work. So I'm not sure they talk like that, but I guess if I was in the medieval era, I guess that's the way I'd talk. No. Anyway, so let's get this going. I do think that I need to get an herbalist online. Actually, wait. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Should be under extraction. Why am I not finding it under extraction? Herbalist, right there. You there. Yeah, I have 1 herbalist, is that right? Yes, I do. And your survival skill is okay, right? Okay. Let's check you out again. Is it not in alphabetical order anymore? No, it is definitely not in alphabetical order anymore. Dang it. There we go. I need you in alphabetical order. How am I supposed to find everybody? Skill of 3, leveling ever so casually. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh my gosh. Look at this. That's like nothing. Oh man. I am not convinced that these people are leveling that much here. Where's my other fisher? Not great. Not great at all. Okay, that may require us to do a little something. Let's see. 100% roach, but only 16 per day. 17 per day. Yeah, look at that. They're only getting 17 instances, which means like 17 events per day to gain experience. So unless roach gives a ton of experience, it's not going to level them fast. And that's one of those advantages to the straw idea, that with the miners, if they're picking up straw per day, and they're picking up hundreds of them, it doesn't matter if it's a small amount of experience. 100 experience adds up real fast. If it's a small amount at 100, adds up real quick in comparison to a large chunk of experience, but only like 10 or so instances. So that's going to be a driving force for us in our thought process. That tells me that we actually need to get herbalist huts online, and that's really where things are at. Alrighty, let's do this. Now, I do remember Dwayne John saying it's probably time to get some more orchards online, and I 100% agree with that. I haven't really thought that out yet, unfortunately. So, that's going to put us in a funny position where I do need to think about where I want them. Apple trees would be nice. It'd be nice to get some rows of those. It'd be nice to get like a column sort of thing going on. I do think the hops are the right place to go, though, too. I do think that's a good spot to be. I don't exactly have the amount that I thought I would. So, if that be the case, let's see what we can sell. We'll come back with a bunch of hop. We'll come back with the hops. Let's see here. Fishing spears we're producing outlandish amounts of. The simple bags, it's getting a little out of control. It's not going to overload our storage, but it's not bad to just clear it out a bit, because we'll have more. Not too worried about that. Oh, actually, wait, one thing I do want to point out, and here's the thing that's kind of standing out to me. 23 wooden hammers and 23 wooden hoes. Okay, in my production, and perhaps for you as well, I have a couple smithy slots that I should certainly be filling with people. These stone knives are great. Let's see here. These are just logs. Fishing spears are fine. What we want to look at is this one. This person's producing hammers. Now, they're producing hammers at a raucous rate. I don't think we need to do that anymore. And the hammers cost a lot. 10 sticks. This is only 5 sticks. That's not bad. Stones and logs. That should be okay. But I'm also not struggling with that right now, because I don't really have a lot of miners. For the hose, I don't think we need to be so crazy with these. Let's just get them focused on the level. Let's do that. That's the way to do it. Now, here we go. I think we're also going to run into a bit of trouble here. Oh no, actually, this is a good spot. Perfect. I think we're doing okay on the spears, though. So I might say let's turn this down and turn this up. This is going to cost me more sticks, but it's going to produce more experience. Then our workshop, we are maximizing our production of buckets. And we are maximizing our production of buckets. It might be worth looking just to see one last thing before it's time to just get to the episode. Which is, what can I do about some of these people who have skill 3? I don't really want to lose my extractors, but I think Dwayne John's right that extractors are not the most important thing in the world right now. What's really important is the craftspeople, because they take a longer time to level, and it's more important. If I really want them to produce useful things, I should level them sooner than later. I believe Yadwiga is about to become a worker again shortly, so she'll take a slot. I might roll the dice, and I might say next season I'm going to get me some more workers. And now we're at that point where we are out of fertilizer. Alright. I want to do a little surveying. What can we do for hops? I think this is a nice spot for hops. Going this way. I don't know what's going to be here yet. This isn't going to be permanent, but it is a feature currently. Let's see here. How does it look if we think about this? Pretty sure I can't do that part. Oops. Clicky clicky. Clicky clicky. There we go. It's going to be at an angle. Oh, that's unfortunate. It looks like I did not judge my east-west well enough. Now, that farm shed is close enough. I did plan on putting... I had originally planned on having orchards here. I wanted to have a couple rows worth of hops. Oh, darn it. So close. Let's see here. This is the tricky part, is trying to find the balance on that. There we go. Oh, and I still can't do it? Well, darn, that's exactly where I wanted it. Dagnabbit. Let's see here. Let's start on this side. Since I clearly have a limiter on that side, let's see if I can go this way. I see. And then that's going to be my limiter on that side. Okay. Then let's start over here. Gotta find the thing that is causing the limitation. And then we'll go from there. This is a 6 by 2. This would be 18 if I could do it, and I can't, which is really unfortunate. But I don't mind this idea. I think here it'd be nice to have a start, right? Like, let's do hops going across this way. And then I might do some smaller trees over here. This I was going to do hops in the future, but based upon that position of the road, I'm not convinced it's going to work out for me. Now, let's see here. I wouldn't mind having some more orchards in this area, but we got to solve the... I think at this point... Oh, yo, Don. I've decided to carry lots of stuff. And that's silly of me, because why would I do that? Alright, let's give you all the bags. And then all the eggs. And then let's head up this way. I'm going to need that stone pickaxe, or that iron pickaxe, before the end of the season. I don't want to be sitting here not able to harvest my rocks from the mine. So let's see what we can do about gathering up fertilizer real quick. I'm not convinced I'm going to get too lucky here. Oh dear, this is going to be rough. Yeah, this is not going to get me enough, because I did this not long enough ago. So now we've run into a small issue with fertilizer. And when I say small issue, I mean holy cow, this is a big one. Let's see, we'll get some of this produced. And I just paid for a recipe, why not, in the process? That's good to go. We'll have it, we'll use it later, I'm sure. Alright, let us get this fertilizer going. 10 fertilizer is not great, but it will get these workers moving again, which is a real problem. I don't want to have them... I don't want to sit here and not have them producing. I'll check those traps in just a bit. I did not see a lot of rot, which is really unfortunate. Yep, I see this stuff right here. This is a plan of mine. I want to kind of work on that tonight before the shift in season. Alright, I do believe that what's going to happen now to rot... Ouch. What's going to happen here is I'm going to let a lot of cabbage rot overnight. That's going to be a worthwhile thing to do. We'll let a bunch of these things rot overnight so we can get a quick injection of fertilizer. Although, honestly, I think one of the best ways I could take care of this is... My horse is overloaded. Again. Poor thing. We're a little disorganized this day, I will say. And I think that will get in the way of our production here. How far are we in our fields? Wow, not even close. Okay, so I have managed to overload my donkey, which is taking away some serious work time from me. And I don't see... Oh yeah, I know why. All of that meat. Honestly, I should just let this stuff rot. I mean, I have plenty of meat. Let's do that. We're gonna let this rot. Actually, we should let it rot over by the barn. I gotta check one more thing, just to be sure that I don't have anything sitting in here that I'm missing out on, that I'm making a mistake with. Nope. Nothing. But that'll work. We can at least get some of this going. Alright, so what we'll need to do now, I don't want to sit here and be... I don't want to be held back by going slow from weight, since I have so many other things that are going on. Let's see here, we need Don to help us get places faster. And at this point, now I'm putting the resources directly into the sheds, because that will get my workers going faster, since I do not have a resource storage in this area. And I know I've said it a bunch of times, but it is important, and I probably will just have to build a resource storage over here somewhere. No, actually, I take it back. The thing is, I need to balance things out. See? She's on me. She's calling me out. She is calling me out. Look at her go. Alrighty, this is what's about to happen here. We're going to let that rot. We have plenty of meat. We're not going to be having trouble getting more meat. You all need to get yourselves to work. I will clear these things out a little later. Okay, that should get them working for a little while. I think that ought to take care of a bit of our day. We'll put some things into here for these workers. See, there we go, empty. Now, the speed at which we must donkey. And I am not going to check those traps. It is not currently worth the time. What is worth the time is rushing into Pislovia as fast as possible to get the whole fertilizer thing back online. Because I know what I can do, and I can just sit around and I can... Darn, I was hoping I could get some of those sticks on the way in. I would like to get some of these deer for leather, that's for sure. Because now we have more producers not producing. And we are at the edge of balancing things out. And I'm guessing a big part of that balance right now is leather. Because we did not have a lot of leather before we left. I'll be able to solve that problem to a little degree here. And it looks like a lot of this finishing of the season here is going to be me just invested in letting this situation balance out. So it is a little chaotic right now, right? Like, this is me really trying to get caught up to all the producing. Oh, look at that. Now we have 7. This is me trying to get everything online. And, again, as I said in the last video, I'm just not really my 100% strong suit. And that's okay. I'm learning. So I will get there. I believe I had one person left I could hire from there, but he was not worth hiring since he's, I think, just fishing. And that's not going to help out at all. Alrighty, I wanted to get a pickaxe because I'm about to need a new iron pickaxe. And I'm not going to forget my donkey's inventory this time. Hello there. Oh, well, ooh, nope, not trying to murder you. Just trying to fast click number 1. She's like, I'm sorry, can you talk to me with the axe put away, sir? I guess. Alrighty, where's our stone or iron pickaxe? Thank you very much. And now here I have a bunch of knives. And that should be about it, right? We have sold all the things. She still has 500 coin left.
If only the best. Have a nice
You know
day.
it. Only ever the... Oh, sorry about that. Now, I also need... you. I need you. And yeah, I could also make these potions, but still, I really do think that it's more worth my time to not have to spend the time making these things at this point. I do need more night vision potions, and yes, I could definitely have come back and sold more,
Take care.
but honestly, 30,000 coins later, I'm not too worried.
Winter's over.
Bonk. Hi, buddy. Where's our guy? Uh-oh. What are you up to? Oh, wow, walked right by the guy. Dude, how do I walk right by you? Yeah, I'll take 160 fertilizer. Thanks.
Wants to see my wares?
I do, I did.
As much as you know at your age.
You will be happy to note that you can someday, sir. Just take all your mule points and mine like mad. Be like that chicken kid.
Giddy up.
Chicken kid's gonna be an excellent miner someday. Currently a miner, going on miner. Never grow out of your role, kid. Be a miner forever. Alright, we will drop this stuff off in the resource storage that's up here, so that that's done. And I know that I do have some people I could check out in Klonika if I wanted to see if I could take on one more worker. And we're going to kind of end up in a weird spot with this whole like farming situation thing, I think. Because we have plenty of farming workers, and it's not the main driver of our village at some point. There we go. Boom. And this manure I can process later. Why do I have fish in my inventory? Oh, and I still had straw hats to sell. What a crazy man. I'm so forgetful. Blah! Boom. Ride, donkey, ride. Okay. The next thing I need to do is... I'm just gonna suck it up and deal with the whole still having the hats thing. It's not the way it should have been. It's not how I should have conducted it, but it's what it is. Right now, what I need is leather. So we're gonna ride on over here. Pretty confident that I already took out the moose in this area, but we can double check. One of the problems with going a distance between videos is that I do spam space out on the things I've done. Alrighty, and coming right for us. We'll get a couple shots on both y'all. Come on over, Don. We'll get you following us just from the start. That way, once they fall over, we can get them down. And rapid fire machine gun. Machine gun recurve bow. Headshots obviously mean a lot more, but it does just take them out at some point. And still one to go. I heard that pigeon over there mocking me. Looking at all my shots going, rapid fire helps to be accurate, sir. Well, I'm not too far off, pigeon. We'll be on you shortly. Oh, that's one moose down. Some leather. Alright. From here, there's also a nice Vicent area. Not too far away. Oh, our production's out of control. As in, we have producers not producing because we don't have enough resources. And this is going to be the sticks. It is most assuredly going to be the sticks. Guaranteed it. Guarantee it. Let's check. No resources. Stone knife. Nope. This time, it's stone. I'm gonna have to drop those pickaxes down a bit. Alright, y'all. That's a thing. Just a couple stones later, and I already bought all of the stone out. With the time we have here, I think I'd like to actually just do some work in the village, just decorating at some point and using some of those logs up. But is it time to do that yet? I suppose the answer is no, honestly, but it's where I want to be. At some point I want to get to just living it up and getting the village rolling. But if I don't take advantage of these production parts now, I won't have really good quality villagers. And I already have a lot of kind of like, villagers. So it's worth considering these things and making sure that we actually take the time to get them skilled up. And with the challenge of getting to year 7, which, I mean, it's what it is. We're going to get as close as we can. It's going to be fun to see how close we get. Yeah, I could have stayed on the donkey, but honestly, with strafe run, I think I'm a little faster. Leather, stone, stick, done. Let's see here. How deep did I go in this mine? Honestly, I think I already know the answer to that question. We'll go in here real quick, and then what we're going to do is we're going to turn on inspect mode and see if I see any constellations pop up anywhere. Nothing. Because I recall that I dug this one out. Alright, well that means we gotta jump our happy selves out of here. Pretty sure there's not a mass collection of... You can't be out of fertilizer, friend. There's just no way. There's just no way they can be out of fertilizer. I just bought 160. And there's no way I have 160 fields left. So, let's check you out. What are you telling me you don't have? Alright, let's see what you're saying you don't have. Oh, it did that thing again where it's not telling me beetroot seeds. Well then, forget beetroots. Where did I have beetroots? Oh, and it's one away. Not bad. That's okay. That's alright. What I want to do is, if I go to empty, there we go. Now it doesn't matter what's going on there. I don't need it, and I don't want him wasting his spooling and constantly like trying to load, hey, I need to do a thing. If it keeps saying, hey, I can't find beetroot seed, then he's never going to work, and I'm not going to get him helping his crew finishing up real quick here. Alright, am I desperately trying to get just a couple more stones in to finish up the day? You know it. That's what this is going to be. Just a couple quick stones, just so I can have them wrap up the day and not be lacking in production at this last bit. Don't think I'll be too close to it. I do want to be sure that we try. There we go. That should at least get one of them to produce a couple knives before the end of the day. Alright, there, see? That took care of 3 of them. That's a good spot. Just need to make sure I have that. Ooh. I did drop off the leather already, yes, but I have the meat, and that's fine.
Let's go.
Let's go. Of course, it's not going to last, right? It's not going to last. Okay, the end of the day, the end of the production day is basically here. 20 minutes later, I won't be able to get anything useful in there yet, so it's what it is. I gotta cut my losses here and say, oops. Alright, well, with the time we have left, our farmers are not gonna finish things fully. I have 12 hop seedlings. I wouldn't mind buying more, but I don't have enough resources to really justify that right now. I think it's worth going back into our home. I think it's worth going back into our home and just, I think it's worth just finishing some things up. We'll do some decorating, as in, actually, we'll plant some fields and such. Not fields, but orchards, sorry. You there. I am not going to leave here without selling the straw hat. There you go.
Best goods in the Have a good
You
day.
know it. And now this thing, if you took the handle off the other side of that knife, it would be a wicked weapon, man. Alright, anything that's worth me considering. I'm not doing the beetroot seeds, obviously. That would be silly. But is there anything worth considering? Nah, it doesn't really look like it. I have, I think it's 17. 8 of these. Nah. I think we can get up to 16 and that'd be fine by me for just kind of getting that going. I could real quick make some of those meats. It'd be
Price
okay.
is so low. You have a nice day.
You know it. You too, man. You too.
Onward.
Alright, let's get out of here. Now, back to town. Back to home, actually. Back to home. Back to the village. I'm gonna go double check this guy real quick. See if I was wrong. What if I was wrong? What if he's actually got skills in some other areas? Oops. That was the wrong button. Hunting and diplomacy. Both things I certainly don't need. Dang it. Okay. How close are we to having these market stalls? That's the mine. Good. We're getting a lot closer on that one. I'm happy about that. Cow sheds. Good. Milk will be good at some point. Herbalist hut. Okay. Progress. Progress. Market stall. Production is going okay. Tell you what.
Sometimes I've got a feeling the
Ooh.
Move on.
Whole world freezes. I'll tell you what. I wonder that too. Let's go back. Let's do some things. I need to be prepared for next year. I'm gonna have a whole lot of people who used to be farmers who are about to be other workers. It might be worth building a whole bunch of wells. Get a nice sip of coffee here. Let's see. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Or thinking about those wells. It probably will be helpful. I do have a number of extractors, but I also have a bunch of mining slots that aren't being filled, which is fine. So I can have them work there. I think I'm good on leather for a little while here, so we can let these guys go. I was gonna go get the Vicent back there in the swamp area, but I think we'll be okay there. Huh, I should probably check these traps too. It'll help us gain some tech. Well then. Yeah, indeed. End of the day. And it's what it is. And the cat's putting her hand on my shoulder saying, hey, it's alright. It's alright, man. You're getting there. Get those villagers working harder, man. Cat says work harder. Alrighty, let's do this. Get brood trap going. Ah, of course. Gonna be done with these traps for a bit here. I had these on a nice rotation before where they were just kind of set. And they were all about the same. Need some sticks and stones. Yeah, that would be pretty much the thing. I also need me a hoe. Where on earth could I possibly get a hoe? Alright. I do like the idea of cleaning this out. Ah! Too many fast clicks. Yes, this is me clearing things out and getting them more organized, right? I do think that that is the right thing to do. We should not be sitting here having a whole mess of just kind of things in odd organizational places. It's just better to have them in the right spot. Because now everybody can access it, right? That's the key. Here, sorry, I had to do a quick pause in the video because the the grandfather clock issue. So I just let that thing chime in. I'm gonna drop off the meat in the barn up here so that it rots over the seasonal change. Did they finish? It almost looks like they did finish just in time, which is really good news. Let's see. I'm guessing it was pretty tight. It was just on. So this amount of fields is, well, this amount of fields is a nice balance for my people in the sense that they can complete it in one season at, let's see here, at how many workers did I have? At 8 workers. Now, obviously, they would have worked faster and they would have finished this quicker had I more fertilizer on hand. So I think it's more than enough for the workers we have. With the expansion over here, I think that'll be good. Potion of night vision. I don't want y'all having a bad view of the screen. And let's get this done because it is going to be worth the time for us to plant our hop seedlings. And the closer I can get these to seasonal change, the better. This is a spot where we're going to be in an entertaining place, right? Like, so, and when I say that, I mean, at this point, I should be shuffling my people, right? I should look at the houses and I should be like, you've been together too long. I can't be having you having babies. So I need to move you here and move you here. So in a moment, let's look into that. We'll just do that and see how it goes. It'll be a hoot. I'm gonna be super bougie here. I'm gonna have a stone hoe. I'm going for the best technology in the world. Let's do this. And this is gonna be one of our hop rows, 2 of our hop rows. Oops, that's a miss. There we go. Let's get you going, man. Obviously, I should have been harvesting things. Should try to harvest things since I upgraded my guy to have those skills. And now I look back and I'm like, yeah, Potion of Possibilities wise, I am going to not have that skill anymore because it's not worth my person having it. Instead, what we will have is I'm going to take everything in Donkey. There we go. Oops, we want orchard style. And let's get these hops in the ground. And growing hops for reals is actually really fun. And they smell wonderful. And they climb on everything. You make some really great decorations in real life out of those things. And my favorite is definitely Cascade. I think those things smell gorgeous. Although I should say, that may be my favorite. You can't grow Simcoe, which is my favorite hop for actual beverages. It's this really bitter and very aromatic. But Cascade comes with this great smell. It's got great balance to it. It's a wonderful hop. But I do tend to make red ales, and reds like Willamette. And so that is a wonderful hop as well. Let's see here. Can we make a little path into this? And could we have at least a couple of these here? Oh, that would have been nice. I would have liked having a couple more right there. Come on, let's try again. Ooh, look at that. There's just a thing. There's just one little rock in the way here. Boom. Go, buddy, go. Alright, now, looks like I'm having a little trouble between the rotation of these 2 tools. So, time to switch out my stone knife for this one. Now, I do know that this is going to... you gotta get that, dude. I do know this is going to slow the efficiency down just a pinch. Where, since I have too many different areas, this is going to actually make them do more kind of instances of work, I think. But maybe I'm wrong. And I believe this will be close enough that we can get away with it. We'll find out shortly. Let's see here. Right about here is where I had it set up on the other side, so let's see what we can get away with here. I think we're going to be able to get away with a couple more. I want to try to make it symmetric, at least from an eyeballs view at a distance. Okay, it's going to do it. Okay, that's going to force us to be symmetric. We're only going to get 2 out of this. Symmetry-wise, it does appear we're not going to be 100% on that symmetry, right? There. Interesting. The orientation on these are different. No, they're not. I see. I see. No, it's good to go. That's not bad. I kind of like that view. I would like to get rid of this and eventually have my hops here as well. And that's going to be a future site thing. There's going to be a whole bunch of that future site thing. Alright, y'all. I think that at this point, I need to just do mining. I really think that that's where we're at. I gotta go in here. I gotta get as much stone. Now that we have Careful Miner, which by the way is a wonderful skill, that's going to get us a 50% chance for extra resources. That means more stone, that means more ore, that means all of the good stuff. And it'll make some of these plots almost worth chipping away at. As a matter of fact, let's just give it a quick try, just for fun. Yeah, 3 limestone, 5 stone. That's actually worth doing at this point, but in comparison to doing the mines, it's not worth it in comparison to the mines. So y'all, at this point, it's going to be a whole lot of me just searching in here and finding what's left, and I'm going to say thank you for joining me. As always, wonderful to have you here, grateful for you joining, and look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Take care until then.